Plum. So you little league guys out here, these guys made it all the way to the World Series. They represented Westbury. Now, in honor of these guys, we have a sign that we're going to erect at the ballpark here. It's a picture of these guys in 1966, and they've autographed it. So turn it both ways there, Ken. We're going to put this up. And now I'm going to turn it over to Steve, just to tell us the journey here real quick, how they made it to the World Series and won.
Thank you very much. Thank you for inviting us to be part of your ceremony today. It's incredible. It doesn't seem like it's been 46 years since we started right here on this field, right here at this home plate on this field. This is where it all began. I live in the Dallas area, and I got an email last week asking me if I was going to be able to make it from Brian Boyne here. And I said, yeah, I think I can make that. He said, great, because you're going to be speaking at this. And I said, well, okay, how did that happen? And he said, well, we had a team vote, and we elected you, and I wasn't any part of that. But anyway, I said, well, okay, fine. What do they want me to talk about? He said, well, I guess just talk about how we made it all the way to the World Series, but be sure you mention how instrumental I was in that journey. So I think he was joking about that, but I'm not sure. But anyway, I thought about it, and I laughed about it, and I thought, you know what, he's absolutely right. He was instrumental, and so was every one of the guys that was on our team, and our two coaches were instrumental. Our parents were instrumental. The Little League was instrumental here. The city of Houston was instrumental. It was a group effort, a team effort, to make it to the Little League World Series. Our two coaches right here, before I go any further, you talk about being instrumental. These two guys, when I was 12 years old, taught me more about baseball, the fundamentals of baseball, life in general, than any coach I had playing all through high school and college. And not only baseball, but leadership, doing your best every day, sportsmanship. These two guys were fantastic. Anyway, so back then in '66, we started here. Back then it was a single elimination tournament. From the time you started to the time you made it all the way to Williamsport in the World Series. You couldn't lose a game. You lose one game, you go home, you're done. So it's different now, I guess, because they have double elimination tournaments. So we started here. We won in the Houston area. We went all around Houston. Then we went to Lubbock, won the state championship there, and then journeyed to Virginia, where we won the South Regional, and then made it to Williamsport, Pennsylvania, where there were teams from all over the world, the best teams from all over the world. And we were fortunate enough to make it to the final game. And in those days, there was no internet, there was no cell phones, there were no VCRs. I mean, we had to clear the dinosaurs off the outfield to start playing. The only thing we had was ABC's Wide World of Sports. There was no Sports Center, there was no ESPN. So we had ABC's Wide World of Sports with Jim McKay. Maybe some of you remember that, and you probably don't. But they televised the game. The final game was in front of 20 to 25,000 people from a team from New York, who brought in busloads and busloads and busloads of New Yorkers. And we had our fans from Texas. And we walked onto the field, and I think we were shell-shocked. The poor boys from Texas didn't know what to think about this with television cameras and all the fans. And we quickly fell behind 2-0, and then it started to rain. And during the rain delay, it was a couple of hours. Mr. Plum, I assure you, imparted upon us that this was not the time to quit, to lay down, and we didn't come this far to lose the championship game. So after the 2-hour delay, we went back, resumed the game, and in the greatest Rocky Balboa fashion, we came back and won 8-2.
So when you guys get a chance after this is all over, shake these guys' hands, thank them for starting this for us. Not asking you to slide.